I've been trying out this juicer for a couple of weeks and I wanted to give you my thoughts. I've actually used several other juicers over the years, and this one I like because it's small and compact and it's really simple to operate. It's also not too loud. It's really simple to change out these filters. They're labeled soft or hard, so depending on the types of fruits or vegetables that you're juicing, you will put in the correct filter. These don't get gummed up too much, and there is a macerate button here. If something does get stuck or clogged, you simply push the macerate button and then you can go ahead and continue juicing without having to empty the filter. I really like how much juice I'm able to get out of the machine. Let me show you how I like to set this up and use it. I do like the sleek design and look of this juicer. I've had others that are quite clunky, heavy, and large, and difficult to store. This one is slim and compact. It's much smaller than my blender, and I like that it simply operates with the rotation of this dial. Turn it to the right to turn it on, and turn it all the way to the left if anything gets jammed. I've actually never had anything jam in this, and it works really well. It will come with 2 cups, and you place those on either side of the machine. One is a pulp outlet, and one is for your juice. So it will collect the pulp while you're actually juicing on the other side. It's a really handy way to juice your fruits and vegetables, especially if you have things left over or going bad. It's just a really easy way to use them efficiently. I also like that there aren't too many components to this. The first filter that I showed you was for soft foods. There is this plunger, and other than that, you just have this container where you're going to feed in your fruits and vegetables. You can lift up the top if the item that you're feeding it in is a little bit larger, but the hole at the top is about 5 inches in diameter, and the smaller hole is probably about an inch or 2. It does fit the plunger nicely, and then this bottom compartment is where the juicing takes place. There's an auger in the center, and this is where you're going to actually put your filter. I currently have the hard food filter in here because I'm going to be using things like celery and pears. And you do want to keep in mind that you do not want to put any of these components in the dishwasher. I do just hand wash them with warm soapy water. It's not a big deal to clean it. It's just a little bit of disassembly and then reassembly. I do let them air dry, and it's not a big deal. I'm typically putting out all my fruits and vegetables, chopping them up, and making a big batch of juices for the entire week, so it only requires one cleanup. You will notice here that the filter basket has a red dot, and that's how you're going to know which way to place the filter in the unit correctly. You simply line up the red dot with the red dot on the inside of the machine, and then you simply place the pitcher on top, making sure that it's locked into place, and you will know that it is properly locked into place when the arrows align with each other. Now you're just ready to plug it into the wall and start feeding in your fruits and vegetables and start making juice. It really just takes a moment to assemble, and I do prep my veggies and fruits in advance. I do like to cut them into 1-inch chunks, and if it has a really thick peel like an orange or a lemon, I do remove that first because I don't want to jam up the machine and I don't want the bitter flavor in my juice. Here I'm just cutting up a green apple, a couple handfuls of spinach, I have 1/4 of a pineapple, and I also have some ginger root and a little bit of celery. You can see how quickly this machine works, and it's really quiet. It's actually quieter than my hair dryer at home, and I was impressed that I didn't actually have to use the plunger for most of these foods. In the very end, I do add some spinach, and I did like to use the plunger just to get all the spinach down into the auger. And you can see the spout on the left-hand side is continuously putting out juice from the items I'm placing inside almost immediately. And on the right-hand side, there's a steady stream of pulp that's being collected into that cup. And this pulp is really nice and dry. It's doing a great job extracting all the juice from my items. And you can see within a matter of moments that large chopping board filled with fruits and veggies is now a really tall glass of fresh green juice. I really love how quickly this comes together. It's so easy to use and easy to clean that it's great to just make a juice on the go, but you could also meal prep with this and make juices for your week in advance and just store them in the refrigerator in individual containers. And this juice is really nice and smooth. This is a pure juice. I'm not getting any fibers. I'm not getting any strands or pulp in here. It's just pure juice. I really love using this on the weekends with my kids as well. They like to get oranges and make fresh squeezed orange juice. It also works really great for grapefruit juice as well. And cleanup is really pretty simple and quick. You simply rotate to unlock the components. I tap them into the trash bin to get all the excess out, and then I wash them in warm soapy water. If you've been thinking about getting a juicer, I highly recommend you start with this one. It's small, compact, easy to use, and it works really great.